Ever looked back and wished you'd chosen differently? As we age, the decisions we make can either weave a life rich with meaning and joy, or slowly erode our happiness and health. The truth is, some mistakes seem small at first, but over time they can lead to profound consequences. Loneliness, financial strain, or health issues that could have been sidestepped. In this video, we're diving into 6 critical mistakes people make in later years that can quietly unravel their lives. Some might catch you by surprise, creeping in so gradually you don't see the damage until it's too late. But once you spot these patterns, you'll gain the power to make smarter choices, dodge needless regrets, and shape a brighter future. Stick with us to the end. This isn't just about avoiding missteps. It's about filling your later years with purpose, vitality, and contentment. We'll break down what these 6 mistakes are, why they happen, and how to steer clear for a better life. If you want to ensure you're not unknowingly holding yourself back, you won't want to miss this. Let's get started. Pull away from loved ones, a silent trap. One of the most heart-wrenching mistakes people make as they age is drifting from friends and family. It starts small. Maybe you skip a gathering, make fewer calls, or assume others are too busy to visit. But over time, this withdrawal can quietly spiral into loneliness, depression, and even faster declines in mental and physical health. We're social creatures, and staying connected isn't just about company. It's about keeping a sense of purpose, engagement, and emotional vitality. Many seniors think loneliness is just part of aging, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Research shows social isolation can hit your health as hard as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, raising risks of heart disease, weakening immunity, and even increasing chances of dementia. Without regular chats, shared moments, or emotional bonds, your brain slows, making memory loss and cognitive decline more likely. Like Ellen, a 72-year-old who slowly stopped reaching out. She told herself her friends were tied up with their own lives and didn't want to intrude. Weeks became months, and soon she was alone most days, with only the TV for company. She felt unlike herself. Energy faded, mood darkened, and hobbies she loved lost their spark. But when Ellen finally took a step, she felt reconnected, happier, and even noticed sharper memory and more pep. Another pitfall is leaning only on family for social needs. While family is vital, expecting them to be your sole source of companionship can lead to letdown. Loved ones have their own duties, so building a network of friends, neighbors, or community members is key. A diverse social circle creates a richer, more fulfilling life and ensures you're not left feeling abandoned when family's busy. Technology makes staying in touch easier than ever, yet many seniors shy away, finding it daunting or foreign. Embracing simple tools like video calls, social media, or voice messages can keep meaningful ties alive, especially when in-person visits aren't possible. Learning these isn't about chasing trends, it's about staying woven into an increasingly digital world. The good news? It's never too late to reconnect. Joining a club, volunteering, attending local events, or just calling a friend weekly can work wonders. The goal isn't a packed social calendar. It's nurturing bonds that keep you mentally sharp, emotionally full, and tied to the world around you. If this resonates, comment 1 and blow up in your 60s and 70s. Having subscribed, hit that button and ring the bell for more tips to thrive in your golden years. One of the most overlooked, yet life-changing mistakes people make as they age is giving up on personal growth and losing their sense of purpose. Many seniors fall into the trap of thinking that once they retire, their days of learning, setting goals, or making a difference are over. But the truth is, having something meaningful to look forward to, whether it's a hobby, a passion, or a new challenge, is key to staying mentally sharp, emotionally fulfilled, and physically vibrant. A common misconception is that mental decline is inevitable. While aging brings changes, your brain remains capable of learning, adapting, and forming new connections throughout life. The real danger isn't age, it's inactivity. When senior stops caring and stimulating activities, the brain slows down. Studies, like those who keep learning through aging, show that those who keep learning, like Margaret, a 72-year-old who was once a curious, active soul. After retirement, she found herself glued to the TV, feeling her best years were behind her. Over time, she forgot things more often, lost interest in pottery, and felt disconnected from life. But then she signed up for a pottery class at the local community center, something she'd never tried. Within weeks, she felt a renewed spark, her mind sharpened, and she even made new friends along the way. Another big misstep is not finding a reason to get up each morning. Many seniors spend decades working, raising families, or juggling responsibilities, only to feel adrift when those roles fade. Without purpose, boredom and depression can creep in fast. Having a reason to stay engaged, whether volunteering, mentoring younger folks, gardening, or writing your memoir, creates structure, motivation, and joy in daily life. Some seniors shy away from new ventures, fearing failure or thinking it's too late. But age has no bearing on learning. Some of the most inspiring stories come from people starting careers, mastering languages, or picking up hobbies in their 70s, 80s, or even 90s. Growth doesn't stop at a certain age. It stops when you stop trying. In your mind, active and purposeful doesn't just lift your mood, it boosts longevity, cognitive health. Those who challenge themselves, stay curious, and find ways to contribute live happier, fuller lives no matter their age. Your mind is still primed to grow, and your life still brims with meaning. The key is to keep looking forward, keep learning, and never believe your best days are gone. If this resonates, comment too and share your story. Haven't subscribed? Hit that button and ring the bell for more tips to thrive in your golden years. One of the most common and damaging mistakes people make as they age is letting their physical health slide. It often starts small, skipping that morning walk, grabbing fast food instead of cooking a nutritious meal. But these little habits pile up over time. As mobility wanes and energy dips, many chalk it up to just getting older. The truth, much of the decline in later years isn't only aging. It's from inactivity, poor nutrition, and ignoring early health warning signs. Ever felt stiff after sitting too long? Or noticed your balance isn't what it used to be? That's your body sounding an alarm. Movement matters at any age. The less you move, the harder it gets to stay active. Before you know it, simple stuff standing from a chair, climbing stairs, or reaching for a high shelf become daunting. Weak muscles lead to shaky balance, raising the risk of falls, a major threat for seniors. One fall can cause injuries that take months to heal, or even reshape your quality of life entirely. Take Walter, a 71-year-old who thought he was in decent shape. He gradually stopped his daily walks, and within months, standing for long periods wore him out, and his knees ached. When he tried to restart exercise, he'd lost significant strength, and short strolls left him breathless. It took months to regain what he'd let slip, and he often wished he'd never slowed down in the first place. Diet is another pitfall. Many seniors assume they don't need to focus on nutrition because they're eating less. But as your body ages, it craves more of certain nutrients. But for much of life, craving for muscle mass, calcium for bone health, fiber for digestion, relying on processed foods, skipping meals, or grabbing quick snacks can lead to deficiencies that sap your energy, weaken immunity, and fuel chronic issues. Staying proactive with your household is another costly error. Many avoid doctors unless something feels dire, but routine screenings catch problems early when they're easier to treat. High blood pressure, cholesterol, or early osteoporosis often have no clear symptoms, so by the time you notice trouble, damage may already be done. Staying proactive is key to keeping health issues at bay. The good news: never too late to turn things around. Small changes, like adding a 15-minute walk daily or swapping processed foods for fresh ingredients, can make a big difference. Strength training with light weights or resistance bands can preserve muscle and fend off frailty. Prioritizing checkups spots issues before they grow serious. Caring for your body isn't about dodging age, it's about emulating your life a year. If this resonates, comment 3 below and share your story. Haven't subscribed? Hit that button and ring the bell for more tips to thrive in your golden years. One of the most common and damaging mistakes people make as they age is letting their physical health slide. It often starts small, skipping that morning walk, grabbing fast food instead of cooking a nutritious meal. But these little habits pile up over time. As mobility wanes and energy dips, many chalk it up to just getting older. The truth? Much of the decline in later years isn't only aging, it's from inactivity, poor nutrition, and ignoring early health warning signs. Ever felt stiff after sitting too long? Or noticed your balance isn't what it used to be? That's your body sounding an alarm. Movement matters at any age. The less you move, the harder it gets to stay active. Before you know it, simple steel standing from a chair, climbing stairs, or reaching for a high shelf become daunting. Weak muscles lead to shaky balance, raising the risk of falls, a major threat for seniors. One fall can cause injuries that take months to heal, or even reshape your quality of life entirely. Take Walter, a 71-year-old who thought he was in decent shape. He gradually stopped his daily walks, and within months, standing for long periods wore him out, and his knees ached. When he tried to restart exercise, he'd lost significant strength, and short strolls left him breathless. It took months to regain what he'd let slip, and he often wished he'd never slowed down in the first place. Diet is another pitfall. Many seniors assume they don't need to focus on nutrition because they're eating less. But as your body ages, it craves more of certain nutrients: porter for muscle mass, calcium for bone health, fiber for digestion. Relying on processed foods, skipping meals, or grabbing quick snacks can lead to deficiencies that sap your energy, weaken immunity, and fuel chronic issues. Clearly recognizing is another costly error. Many avoid doctors unless something feels dire. But routine screenings catch problems early when they're easier to treat. High blood pressure, cholesterol, or early osteoporosis often have no clear symptoms, so by the time you notice trouble, damage may already be done. Staying proactive, not reactive, is key to keeping health issues at bay. The good news? It's never too late to turn things around. Small changes, like adding a 15-minute walk daily or swapping processed foods for fresh ingredients, can make a big difference. Strength training with light weights or resistance bands can preserve muscle and fend off frailty. Prioritizing checkups spots issues before they grow serious. Caring for your body isn't about dodging age. It's about feeding into what you love for years to come. If this resonates, comment "Summer" below and share your story. Haven't subscribed? Hit that button and ring the bell for more tips to thrive in your golden years. One of the biggest missteps people make as they age is digging in their heels against change. Whether it's new technology, lifestyle tweaks, or shifting social norms, many seniors resist adapting. It's understandable change can feel unsettling, and after decades of doing things a certain way, it's easy to think you shouldn't have to learn something new. But here's the reality: refusing to adapt, tougher and more. Many assume modern tech is just for younger folks. But in today's world, staying connected often hinges on a willingness to learn. Mastering a smartphone, navigating online banking, or figuring out video calls isn't just convenient. These skills are becoming essential. When seniors shy away from even basic digital tools, they risk missing important conversations. Struggling with prey to scams due to unfamiliarity. Take George, a 75-year-old who swore by his old flip phone, insisting it was all he needed. Over time, he realized his grandkids were bonding in group chats he couldn't join. His bank required online access for services, and he was missing out on conveniences that could have eased his days. Finally, he gave tech a shot. With a bit of patience, he learned to text, video call, and even order groceries online. What began as a reluctant try turned into a game changer, enriching his life in ways he hadn't imagined. Resistance also shows up in clinging to outdated habits despite better options. This might mean refusing to tweak your diet for better health, ignoring modern home safety measures, or dismissing new medical advice because it differs from what you heard decades ago. The mindset of "this is how I've always done it" can be risky, especially when safer, more effective alternatives exist. Change also ripples through relationships. Younger generations communicate, value, and live differently. Criticizing or resisting these shifts can create distance from family, but embracing them with an open mind can strengthen bonds instead of pushing loved ones away. Many seniors find that letting go of expectations for things to stay the way they were, and frustrated with the world as it is, makes them feel more connected and less frustrated. Adequately doesn't mean losing who you are. It means staying flexible to keep moving forward. The world won't rewind, and the more you're open to learning and growing, the more independent and fulfilled you'll be. It's never too late to try new ways, and the more open you are, the more you'll see change isn't something to fear. It's a door to unexpected joy and opportunity. If this resonates, comment 5 and subscribe. Hit that button and ring the bell for more tips to thrive in your golden years. One of the most devastating mistakes people make as they age is failing to manage their finances wisely. It's easy to think money matters less when you're older, especially with savings or a retirement fund in place. But the harsh truth is that financial missteps, overspending, underestimating future costs, or neglecting emergency plans can turn what should be carefree years into a struggle filled with stress, hardship, and reliance on others. Many seniors fall into the trap of assuming their savings will last, only to discover too late that medical bills, Inflation or unexpected expenses eat through funds faster than expected. It's not just about having money, it's about making it last. Even those who are financially secure in their younger years can find themselves scrambling if they don't adjust spending to fit their new life stage. Take Harold, a 70-year-old who spent freely in early retirement, confident his nest egg would cover a worry-free life. He splurged on trips, showered his grandkids with gifts, and dined out often. But by his late 70s, his savings were dwindling. Mounting healthcare costs and unplanned long-term care needs blindsided him. With few options left, he had to lean on his kids for support, something he'd never wanted had he been more mindful early on. He could have stretched his savings and preserved his independence. Many assume retirement means no more worrying about investments, budgeting, or adjustments. But managing money is a lifelong task, and smart decisions in later years can vastly improve how stress-free and comfortable life feels. Tracking expenses, budgeting for healthcare, and planning for long-term care can head off future financial woes. Seniors are also prime targets for scams, and one of the most heartbreaking ways to lose financial security is trusting the wrong people. Phone scams, email fraud, or manipulative advisors can wipe out life savings in a flash. Many seniors grew up in a more trusting era, and scammers exploit this. Learning to spot scams, avoiding unsolicited offers, and having a trusted advisor or family member review big decisions can prevent catastrophic losses. The key to financial security in your later years isn't wealth, it's wisdom. A clear budget, caution with unnecessary spending, and planning for future costs can ensure your money lasts as long as you do. It's never too late to make tweaks, and even small changes now can mean the difference between peace of mind and financial strain down the road. If this resonates, comment 6 below and share your story. Haven't subscribed? Hit that button and ring the bell for more tips to thrive in your golden years. One of the subtle yet damaging mistakes people make as they age is allowing relationships to fade by neglecting open communication. If you've stopped sharing your feelings, needs, or concerns with loved ones, whether due to pride, fear of burdening others, or assuming they'll understand, you're risking emotional distance and isolation. Strong relationships thrive on honest dialogue, which fosters trust and closeness, essential for mental and emotional health in later years. Many seniors pull back, thinking silence avoids conflict or that others should just know what they need. But unspoken expectations can lead to misunderstandings, strange bonds, or even estrangement. Studies like those from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships show that regular, open communication with family and friends reduces loneliness and boosts well-being in older adults. Without it, relationships weaken, leaving you feeling disconnected. Like Clara, a 73-year-old retired nurse. She used to keep her worries to herself, not wanting to bother her kids. Over time, she felt they grew distant, unaware of her struggles. Hurt, she withdrew further. But when she started sharing her thoughts openly, pulling her daughter to express how much their talks meant, she was amazed at how quickly their bond strengthened. Her family rallied closer, and she felt seen and valued again. Why does this matter? Communication keeps relationships alive, preventing the isolation that can harm your health and happiness. It's a lifeline to feeling understood and supported. Test it next time you feel distant from someone. Start an honest conversation about your feelings. If you're already keeping lines open, you're part of a rare group nurturing vital connections. To maintain it, make regular calls, write letters, or share small updates to stay close. If communication feels tough, start small with a trusted friend or family member. If this resonates, comment 7 below and share your story. Haven't subscribed? Hit that button and ring the bell for more tips to thrive in your golden years. Now that we've explored these 6 mistakes, pause to reflect. Which might be touching your life or those around you? Aging isn't just about growing older. It's about making choices that decide whether your later years brim with joy, purpose, and independence, or fade into frustration and regret. The good news? Dodging these pitfalls doesn't require a complete overhaul. Small tweaks in how you approach health, relationships, mindset, finances, and communication can transform your well-being. If you've neglected your body, now's the time to embrace movement, eat well, and keep up with checkups. Feeling isolated? Reach out to old friends, forge new connections, and use technology to stay linked. Resisting change? Remember, adapting doesn't erase who you are. It equips you to thrive in a fast-moving world. Worried about money? Take proactive steps to secure your future. Cut wasteful spending and shield against scam. Lost your spark? Start small. Read a book, try something new, or share your wisdom with others. Struggling to communicate? Open up to loved ones to keep bonds strong. Your choices today shape tomorrow's happiness. Act now to make your golden years truly golden. Which mistake hit home, and how will you pivot? Share your story in the comments below. Your thoughts inspire us. Love this video. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more insights to shine in your later years. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.